There are two types of chemical compound. One is a molecular compound and the other one is an ionic compound. And a compound is made up of a nonmetal and a metal, whereas a molecular compound is made up of a nonmetal and another nonmetal. Our focus on this video is on the molecular compound, but mainly the acids. So under the molecular compound, we need to ask the question if the molecular compound is an acid or not. For example, I'll give two examples up here, like C2O2 versus HCl. Now, which one is an acid? We need to categorize this into split off into two. If it is an acid, it falls into like these examples here. If it's not, the examples are shown over here. The difference between this one and this one is the hydrogen. If it is an acid, then you will generally see the hydrogen in the front of the chemical formula. Whether the hydrogen is in the back over here, it doesn't matter. There should be at least one hydrogen in the front. If you could look over here in this example, there's no hydrogen in the front, okay? So therefore, this is not an acid. So going back to this example here, we can see no hydrogen in the front here. So therefore, this is not an acid. Whereas this one is an acid because we have H in the front. Now that we have categorized that it is an acid, well, we need to further ask this question. Well, we need to ask, does this acid have an oxygen? So this one does not, this one does not, but this one has an oxygen. And depending on whether it has an oxygen or not, it will determine the rules of the nomenclature, of rules of how to name these guys. So let's start off with if it does not have an oxygen. So does it have an oxygen? And I say no. So I'm going to put no here. This area here is just the previous slide, just to kind of shrunk it so I need more room on the bottom here. So here is no. So say it's a no. Well, then we need to follow this rule where you have hydro in the front and then anion root and then acid in the end. For example, we have HCl. So we need to, there's no oxygen present, so we know that it's going to follow this rule where we have to have hydro in the front. Anion root, so this is my anion, the negative charge guy, and that would be chloride, not chloride, chloric, and acid. Let me add one more component here. This should be acid. So hydrochloric acid. This one would be hydrofluoric acid. Let's do a learning check for more examples here. Name each of the following compounds or write a chemical formula. So let's name this one first, and then you try naming the next two. It does have a show work, and I always like to show work just to see what's going on. So HBr, how are they combined? Well, H is a nonmetal, and this nonmetal, its tendency to have a charge of +1, and there's only one of them. Br, there's only one of them. It has a charge of negative. If you look in the periodic table, it's in the row that has -1 charge. So combining these two, and this one does not have an oxygen, so we can name this as hydrobromic, okay, and then acid. Next one, here's HI, high. So that's H plus and an I minus. There's one each. So this would be hydroiodic acid. Funny name, but it works. You're going to try for the next one and come back and check the key. And here is the key. See, there's two hydrogens for every one sulfur, -2. Hydrosulfuric acid. Next one is hydroselenic acid. Selenic would be Se-2. It's right under sulfur. So that means we need 2 hydrogens in order to cancel out the 2 negatives here. So because each hydrogen comes with +1. So this would be H2, since we need 2 of them, and then Se, hydroselenic acid. Well, what happens if it does have an oxygen? In the category of when we does have oxygen, well, it does get a little complex, but let's take it one at a time. If that component has an anion, so the anion has an 8 ending, you're going to replace it with ic acid. For example, this right here, this anion component is a nitrate. So this is a nitrate. So this would be nitric, not 8, because the 8 is going to replace it with ic acid, nitric acid. And there's no hydro in the front. The next one, if it has an ITE, if the anion has ITE ending, replace it with us acid. So for example, this is a nitrite. It's a nitrite. So instead of ITE, we're going to write OUS acid. So this would be nitrous acid. So remember, no hydro in the front when it has an oxygen. It only applies to, the hydro applies to the ones that do not have an oxygen. Let's do some learning check here. I'm going to do this one with you, and then you're going to try the rest. Okay, try these two. Let's go with this one. SO3. Well, SO3 is a sulfite, and it's SO3 minus 2. There's 2 hydrogens based on here. Now, you look at this, well, is this a molecular compound? Let's go from all the way from the beginning. Is that a molecular compound or ionic? This is molecular because it's a nonmetal and everything is nonmetal. Is it an acid? Yes, because we have hydrogen in the front. Great. Now, does it have an oxygen? Yes, it does. And that high oxygen in the here lets me know there's a polyatomic ion with either an 8 ending or ite ending. And this one is sulfite. So I'll write that for you. Sulfite. So therefore, the ITE ending goes away, and this would be sulfurous, okay, acid. Let's try these two and come back and check the key. And here is a key. Something to know for comparing this one and this one. This one has a hydro in the front, so that lets me know there's no oxygen present. And if you have a sulfuric but does not have a hydro in the front, you know you're working with a polyatomic ion, and it comes from 8, so it's sulfate. Okay, it came from sulfate. If you're able to go ahead and try to cover this side, and then you work with the name and come up with the chemical formula, that would be a great practice. Let's do that for this one though. Carbonic acid. Ic acid. So there's a few clues here. There's an ic acid and there's no hydro. No hydro in the front. Well, that means that we're working with something with an oxygen present. So ic lets me know that it's an 8 ending. So that's a carbonate. So we need to draw carbonate ending. Carbonate is CO3 minus 2. That's carbonate. How many hydrogen will we need in order to balance out the negative 2? Well, you need 1 and 2. 2 positives. So therefore, the chemical formula would be H2CO3. So this is carbonic acid. You try the acetic acid and come back and check the key. And here is the key.